The Trump administration has wasted absolutely no time in laying out their next targets after, of course, the takeover of Venezuela from this past weekend. Trump has repeatedly suggested Greenland could be next. You have Lindsey Graham out there telling him, no, you got to do China, then North Korea, then Russia, then Iran. The administration has suggested Colombia. They've also suggested Mexico. Trump himself suggested both of those countries. But the first one that they are planning to go after, and Trump admitted this over the weekend, and it was very underreported, is Cuba. Cuba, according to Trump himself, is next. Now, Marco Rubio, of course, Secretary of State, was very vocal about what's going to happen to Cuba, but Trump also admitted it. Here's what Trump said. He said, the White House's top diplomats will likely end up talking about using similar tactics against Cuba. And he then said that Cuba is a failing nation. That system has not been a very good one for Cuba. The people there have suffered for many, many years. But we're going to have talks, Trump said, about doing the same thing in Cuba that we just did hours ago at this point in Venezuela. We're gonna go to Cuba next. I mean, it's very close to Florida, right? It's not that big of a trip. It's closer than Venezuela. And Marco Rubio, of course, came out over the weekend. He said, if I lived in Havana and I was in the government, I'd be concerned at least a little bit. When he tells you that he's going to do something, when he tells you he's going to address a problem, he means it. And then on NBC's Meet the Press, Rubio went further and said, I don't think it's any mystery that we are not big fans of the Cuban regime. So, Cuba's next on Donald Trump's menu as his hunger for an American empire continues to grow. The problem with all of this is that now that he has crossed that Rubicon, right? The line in the sand, whatever you want to call it. He's crossed it. He's now done it with Venezuela. So when we hear these threats about, oh, maybe Mexico, which he said this weekend as well, maybe Colombia, which he said this weekend, Cuba, Greenland, Canada, Nigeria, any of these other countries. Now when he says it, we have to take it as this is the plan. This is what they're going to do because he's done it with one country already. And because he's gotten away with it so far, right, nobody in this current Congress is going to hold him accountable. We will not see any articles of impeachment, passed this year. Next year, if Democrats take over, obviously, yes, but this year, not going to happen. So he's going to go about his time. He's going to think, I got away with it. Let's do it again. Venezuela wasn't that hard. We did it in a night. We could take Cuba in an afternoon. Greenland could be done during breakfast, he'll think. And he'll do it. Kind of like Marco Rubio said, if I were in the government in Havana, if I were a citizen anywhere in Cuba near Havana, I would be terrified right now. Not because your regime is coming to an end, but because, like with Venezuela, they're going to go in there guns blazing, bombs dropping, killing now the death toll in Venezuela up to 80 civilians, and the same fate could await those in Cuba. The people that Donald Trump says have suffered so very much over the years, he doesn't care about that. He wants Cuba for the strategic placement that they have in the Gulf of Mexico, and that's what he wants. And everybody on that island nation is now at risk. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.